When you stop at a red light beside a container truck, you will often hear a sudden hiss from underneath. The sound is sharp and brief, loud enough to startle you if you are standing nearby. Many people assume it is the engine releasing pressure after hauling a heavy load, or some kind of mechanical breathing after a long journey. In reality, that sound has nothing to do with engine fatigue. It is part of the automatic maintenance cycle of the air brake system. Without it, technical risk would increase in ways most people never notice. To understand why a truck must release air in the middle of city traffic, we need to look at the invisible substance it relies on every second: air. Air brakes work by drawing in air from the environment, compressing it, and storing it in tanks. Pressure is typically maintained at 810 bars, about 10 times atmospheric pressure. When air is compressed to that level, a simple physical process occurs. Water vapor in the air condenses into liquid. The air around us always contains moisture. At 70% humidity, a cubic meter of air can carry dozens of grams of water vapor. When that air is compressed into a much smaller volume, the moisture concentrates and turns into droplets. If water is allowed to accumulate inside the braking system, it collects at the bottom of air tanks and inside lines. In cold weather, when temperatures approach 0 degrees Celsius, that water can freeze. A small piece of ice no larger than a finger can restrict airflow inside a pipe. Compressed air may no longer reach the brake chamber at the designed rate. Brake response slows. For a vehicle weighing tens of tons, even a delay of a few tenths of a second matters. At 60 km/h, a delay of just 0.5 seconds means roughly 8 additional meters of uncontrolled movement, nearly the length of 2 passenger cars lined up bumper to bumper. For that reason, moisture cannot be allowed to remain inside the system. To manage humidity, engineers install an air dryer between the compressor and the main storage tank. Inside the device is a moisture-absorbing material, typically a desiccant, designed to trap water vapor as compressed air passes through. The mechanism is similar to the small silica gel packets found in shoeboxes or snack packaging, but scaled up to industrial size and operating continuously. As compressed air flows through, moisture is captured by the desiccant material. Dry air continues into the storage tanks. However, desiccant cannot hold water forever. Once it becomes saturated, the system must regenerate it. At that moment, a purge valve opens briefly. Excess pressure forces accumulated water, oil residue, and debris out into the open air. The hiss you hear is the instant that purge valve opens. The release may last only a fraction of a second, but it is enough to expel the collected waste. Immediately afterward, the valve closes and the system resumes a new cycle. This process repeats many times throughout a journey. The driver does not need to operate it. No manual reminder is required. The mechanism automatically monitors pressure and moisture levels to determine when to purge. A closer look at a heavy truck reveals more than brake chambers and pipes. It includes a compressor, a pressure regulator, an air dryer, safety valves, and multiple reserve tanks. Together, these components form a self-contained mechanical ecosystem. The compressor runs continuously while the engine operates, drawing in and compressing air. The pressure regulator monitors system levels and cuts off compression once maximum pressure is reached to prevent overload. A safety valve ensures that if pressure exceeds design limits, the system will automatically vent to protect the tanks. The hissing sound is therefore not random noise. It signals that the system is controlling moisture, maintaining cleanliness, and preparing for the next braking event. A 40-ton truck carries a compact compressed air processing plant beneath its chassis. All of it exists for one purpose: to ensure that when the driver presses the pedal, the response arrives at the correct moment and with the correct force. Without the air dryer and purge mechanism, moisture would gradually corrode valves, cause mechanical sticking, and alter response timing. These changes may not be visible to the eye, but over time they accumulate into risk. So the next time you stand beside a truck and hear that sharp hiss, remember what it represents: a cleaning cycle just completed. No spectacle, no display. Just a design that prioritizes reliability over silence. And if you enjoy uncovering how seemingly ordinary details play critical roles in safety, there are many other familiar mechanical sounds worth examining. Often, what we treat as background noise is actually the signal that a protective system is functioning exactly as intended.